Oops. Evening, people. Evening. How are we all doing? So we are back live tonight with round 4 of P1RCs BMW M3 GT series or GT League. Live from Monza tonight. Let me know whether the sound's coming through all right. I think it was in the last stream, although it was very short. Yeah, round 4, Monza. Let's get ourselves on some points, shall we? So this is a team event. In fact, let's go and have a look at teams first, shall we? So leading the way, I've got 5 teams. Leading at the minute is Team B with 100 points, Team E with 99 points, Team C with 95, A with 80 points, and unfortunately D with 31 points. If we just jump to the individuals, you'll see all their team letters down the side, A, B, C, D, or E, or the reserves. Raul is taking the lead at the minute with 59 points in this championship. We have got Mocking Weeks in second with 56 points. Dylan in third with 42 points. Reg GT fourth with 34 points. Dizzy in fifth with 33 points. Benny sixth with 24 points. Baggy seventh, 22 points. Aldo eighth with 20 points. P1 Gamer in ninth with 18 points. Dodgy in 10th with 15 points. Also on 15 points is P1 Apache. 12th is Manny, 14 points for him. Pilgrim on 12 points. Champ Reserve Driver on 11 points. Valium on 7 points. Rear Wheel 72 on 3 points. And Don on none points. Just a quick shout out to the new subscribers tonight. The Jessica and Philip Sol. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Right, let's get ourselves into this race lobby. There it is. That's a bit dark. Can you see that, people? I might have to just jiggle that a little bit. Turn that brightness up a tiny bit. That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's chuck a bit more colour in there as well. Why not? So, 15-minute quali, and then a 40-minute race for you lot. It is quite bright here at Monza. That may be why I jiggled the brightness. Let me know how you're all doing. Let's get ourselves on with top spot man. Was Apache. So Benny currently leading the way. No hot lap at the minute though. Right, where's that gone? 1 second. That's what I want. That one and that one. And that one. Black. So let's go and find someone a little bit further back. Here we go. It seems to be Dodgy. Let's go on board with Aldo. So, round Curva Parabolica, the final turn down this great big long start-finish straight. Let's change that view up so you can see the circuit a little bit. Maybe just change that view up a little bit more to a different driver. Let's just change that. Come on, find me a driver. Find me a driver. Not you. Oh, we'll have to stick with Aldo then. So it's been through the first chicane. He's just going to have to deal with that name on the screen, unfortunately. Through Curva Grande, then trying to keep the power down all the way through here, down towards De La Rocca. To the left, right. May see 1 or 2 chicanes being picked up tonight, people. These chicanes are tricky at best of times and even worse under race conditions. So into Lesmo 1. Try not to run it wide on the exit, and a little bit of a straight into Lesmo 2. hard on the power again, down the Seraglio. Down towards the infamous Ascari. The left, right, left chicane. How does he get on through here? Does Aldo? Not bad through the first bit, through the right, back into the left. Again, carry a lot of speed through there if you get it right. Got to be careful, don't run it wide on the exit. Full power down the back straight, then towards Curva Parabolica again. Very tight on the way in, but does slightly open up on the way out. We'll go and have a look at some lap times in a second. So Aldo currently down in 15th. Let's see what he's got when he comes across the line though. He sticks himself in 9th. What was it? 148.9. Right. Leading the way at the minute. P1 Champ. I'm not happy with that picture, people. It doesn't look quite right. That's a little bit better. Tell me what you think. It just looks a little greyed out for some reason. Not sure why that is. So we watch Champ run himself off track. Where is he there? Just coming out of Lesmo 2. So easily done. Maybe got the saturation up a tiny bit high. It does look cartoony at the minute. Right, so Champ leading the way on the 147.5. He just has to get himself back on track now. Juicy Ale second, 146.9. So new driver to the P1 boys, got his wipers on even though the sun's out. He's been smashing around at the wheel by the looks of it. P1 Raul in third, so current championship leader is Raul. He's on 148.0, comes in for a fresh set of boots. Monkey Weeks in fourth, 148.1. Valiant fifth, 148.2, or sixth now, who's just gone quicker. Pilgrim, 148.070, so pushes Mocking down to fifth. Valiant sixth, 148.251. Manny, 148.3. So sitting in seventh. Reg GT in eighth, 148.3. Gamer Dad, 148.4 for Gamer. Dylan, 148.4. Benny's on a 148.5 for 11th. Aldo, we've just been on board with 148.7. 13th place Baggy, 148.9. Apache in 14th, 149.4. Dodgy just seeing out the end of qualifying by the looks of it in the pits. Yeah, something's not quite right with that picture. I don't know what it is. Got gamma. Still too saturated. Alright, we'll see. Tell me whether it looks alright, people, whether it looks a bit fake or cartoony or something. Like I say, just playing with the settings a little bit. Oh, Dodgy catches the wall on the way out. So with a 15-minute quali, we're about 10 minutes in. A couple of minutes to get some laps in. We'll just have a little slosh of coffee. So Champ still holding that top spot. Mocking Weeks just getting himself into second one. 47.670 for Mocking. Juicy Ale pushed down a spot. Just come in the pits though. Fresh set of tyres for him to play with now. Just to take it a little bit easy on those for the outlap. He's got to be careful he doesn't run out of time though. of 10.5 minutes. So Raul in 4th currently. That lap 2, 1:48.040. Down for the count. Evening, brother. Looks and sounds okay. Great. Valium, 6th position. Oh, I just missed Pilgrim. 48.707. Why did that? Oh, it's a 040. That's why. So Valium then 6th, 1:48.251. Aldo now 7th, 1:48.267. So got quicker. Manny 8th, 1:48.325. Reg GT in 9th, 1:48.3. Gamer in 10th, he's on a 1:48.2. Dylan in 11th, he's on a 1:48.4. Benny 12th, 1:48.5. Baggy in 13th, parked up at the minute, 1:48.9. Apache in 14th, 1:49.2. Dodgy still at the back of the pack. Apache's just picked up a penalty through there, yeah. Easily done through those chicanes. Oh, Raul just went quicker, but Mocking Weeks followed him through and took that straight back off him. So Raul just put in a 1:47.513. 12 minutes into quali. He's got a couple of minutes left to get that in, but Mocking Weeks followed him through with a 1:47.439. Great time by Mocking. Can anyone else get that one off him? Raul is pushing hard then. Coming up to the end of qualifying. I've had myself a new desk, people, so I've pulled out all my wires and my old system's been to bits and everything. It's got less RGB now, but it looks better. It's alright, we'll stop looking at Raul in a minute. Just want to see if he can better that time of Mocking Weeks. Final turn to go. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's not quite quick enough. It's actually 1/1000th quicker, slower, sorry, than his last lap. But while we've been looking at Raul, and I've been wrapping smoky things, P1 Dylan and Reg T have crept through to take first and second. Reg GT's put in a 1:47.171. Dylan's put in a 1:47.296. So looking down in 3rd now, but he thought he was away with that one. 47.4. So now, last chance saloon then into the final minute of qualifying. That's Manny doing some burnouts for us. This is Dan just gaining a bit of a toll. Valium down the Seraglio straight. So just about to start this race then. Reg GT holding on to that top spot. Let's see where any drivers are. Are they going to get to cross this line? Benny in 8th. As he put in a driver just in front of him. He gets himself up into 6th, so we'll just go slightly quicker. And we are into the race then. 40-minute. Fuel and tyre wear is on. Let's see how they get on. Yes, I can imagine everybody's going to pick up a penalty somewhere here tonight. The chicanes are renowned for it. So Reg GT pole position, Dylan second, Mockin third, Raoul fourth, Champ fifth, Benny sixth, Valium seventh, Juicy Ale eighth. Do they get away well? Revs are up, lights are on, and they're away. Or was that a bit of a glitch from possibly Benny or Champ? Dylan seems to jink straight forward off the line, but Reg GT holds that top spot. Dylan tried to keep his nose down the inside. Does everyone else get through there cleanly? Yes, they do. So, Reg leads down towards Della Rocchia. Dylan second, Raoul third, Mockin Weeks fourth, Champ fifth, Benny in sixth, Valium seventh. Get through there cleanly. Yes, they did as well. Valium seventh, Juicy Ale eighth. Pilgrim in ninth, Gamer Dad 12th, Aldo 11th, Manny in 13th, Manny in 12th, Apache in 13th, Dodgy in 14th, Maggie at the back of the pack. So Reg GT continues to lead, still got Dylan hot on his tail on this first lap. Around the outside, he's going to win. Carrying good speed through there is Dylan. They are going to be side by side coming down this start-finish straight now as well. Just edging ahead is Dylan. Are we going to see Reg GT? No, we're not going to. Don't think we're going to see him sling one back down the inside here. He might. He will. Kept that position as well. Great move by Reg GT. Just kept his nose down the inside of Dylan there. Didn't allow Dylan to take the corner as he wanted and managed to keep his car right down the inside, but under threat again from Dylan. Down towards Della Rocchia. Reg GT holding that inside line though. He's going to compromise him on the way through. Oh, got to be so careful not to take each other out through there. Slowing them down has just allowed Raoul to come sneaking through and take that second position through Lesmo 1. Now he can pile the pressure on that first place driver. So Dylan losing a position. Who's that in the background? Champ. Well, to keep that in a straight line. It's being overtaken. That just come past Mockin Weeks, Valium and Juicy Ale. Juicy Ale trying to run around the outside of Valium down there. It's never going to work. Putting wheels on the grass down there, Juicy. A little bit wide through there as well. Piling the pressure on Valium for that sixth position. Champ now under pressure from Gamer Dad in ninth. Gamer Dad slings himself down the inside. Carrying the speed as well. Careful he doesn't get attacked. Yes, there you go. You've got Juicy Ale down the inside. Pilgrim went for a bit of a move there as well. Aldo just in the background looking for a way through. Champ's going to lose another position here as Pilgrim comes through. Still all kicking off then. Juicy Ale is going to hold that seventh. Gamer Dad slams the brakes on a little bit later. Has he left it too late? No, side by side on the way through there as well. Just has to back out on the way out so as not to take out Juicy Ale, but now under pressure from Champ. Right down the inside of him. Gets that position done as well, so loses another position does Gamer Dad. Is he going to sling one back down the inside of Champ? No. Caused all sorts of chaos through there. Some drivers picking up all sorts of penalties already. Let's have a flick through. Reg GT still leading then, 0.7 of a second penalty. Raoul, no penalty on board currently. Not to say he hasn't had one. Evening, Aaron. How are you doing, brother? So Benny's got himself up into third. He's got a little bit of a penalty to lose as well, 0.4 seconds. Mockingweek's now fourth, 1.5 seconds back. Penalty to drop, almost loses it through there. Sitting in fourth, so Valium now fifth, 0.8 of a second penalty. Dylan right behind him in sixth. What happened to you, Dylan? What happened to Dylan? Sitting in sixth now. Was second and then third. Juicy Ale seventh, trying to close in on that gap. There's a bit of a gap from Gamer Dad already. So Gamer Dad in eighth. He's got Aldo and Manny pretty close. Are they going to make a bit of a move down this start-finish straight? I think Aldo's close enough. Oh, Juicy Ale's got it wrong. He is in the wall down the straight. Aldo, in the meantime, is going down the inside of Gamer Dad for that seventh position. And Affik closes up on the pair of them through there. He's so careful on the throttle on the way out. So Aldo through then. Gamer Dad eighth. Manny in ninth. Not far back to Apache in 10th. Juicy Ale now back on track and up to speed in 11th. Not sure what happened to Juicy, but possibly getting the final turn wrong, getting a wheel on the AstroTurf. Spinning him around and into pit wall he went. So Apache's got Juicy Ale, literally pushing him down towards Lesmos. He's going to chuck one up the inside. He is. Oh, he's got some glitching going on as well, Juicy. That can't be helping these drivers. He's on track 1 minute and off track the next. And what? What? Pulling wheelies. This thing's lost its mind. Answers on a postcard, people, to, I don't know. You saw that right. You saw that BMW pull a wheelie for goddamn no reason. So Baggy in 12th then. He is 1.4 seconds back. We've got Champ another 1.4 seconds back. So Champ's moved down the order. Pilgrim 14th and Dodgy with a second penalty to lose in 15th. So Reg GT has pulled a bit of a gap, 1.2 seconds from the attacking Germans. Raul and the Benny actually going for a move on Raul down the inside at turn 1. Just dropping his penalty. Raul runs him side by side, almost loses it on the exit. That's going to allow Benny to carry the speed. Side by side still. Just has to back out, so Benny was carrying just enough speed to take that position. Reg GT, oh my god, Reg GT, he was in the sandpit, he was all over the place. He's kept top spot, I can imagine he's got a bit of a sweaty palm going on. He's put him under some pressure now, look, he's got the two Germans bearing down on him, Benny and Raul. Mocking Weeks just in the background of this fight as well. Oh my god, it's all kicking off. Benny going for the top spots. Reg GT's gone deep. And that's allowed he's gone deep through there as well. Has that allowed both Germans to go through? And a Mocking Weeks all the way down to 4th then for Reg. Pressure getting to him. Pressure getting to him. That can't be good. He's going to be taken by Dylan coming around the outside there for 4th. Can he hold on to it? He will be side by side again down towards the, oh, not quite. So all starting to kick off midway through this one. Benny still holding top spot. Raul just getting past Mocking Weeks, who had got himself up into 2nd. Raul's just regained that position though, into 2nd for himself. Mocking Weeks now 3rd. Dylan 4th. Reg GT, who was leading this race, now 5th. Valium in 6th, picking up more penalty, 1.8 seconds. Got a bit of a gap to Aldo, 1.4 back to Aldo in 7th. of a second back to Manny though in 8th. Juicy Ale up to 9th. He is 1.3 back from Manny. A lot of work for Juicy to do. I've still got 30 minutes remaining. So Gamer down 10th. Just less than a second back is Apache in 11th. Baggy's up into 12th from last. 0.6 seconds down from Apache. Champ now 13th, chasing Baggy down. Dodgy 14th. Pilgrim now 15th. Also big chunks of penalty to lose. And it's one of those circuits. Nos, acting, you could be right. Someone just kicking up the dirt in the background. Benny continuing to lead, only just though half a second over Raoul. Weeks in that 3rd position, he's also just half a second back. So 2 seconds between the top 5 really. GT, is he looking for that 4th position back? He's going to slim one down the inside of the first chicane. No, backs out of it, just sticks with Dylan, drops his penalty into turn 1. BMW's getting a bit lively on the exit of that. So nothing in it between P1 and P2, just 1/4 of a second. That does just extend up to half a second through there. Back down now though. Wow, putting him in himself in a really good position. Got to get through Lesmo 2 cleanly. Does he make a move down towards Ascari? No, he doesn't. Just saving a bit of fuel, I think, Raoul. So he's sat behind Benny. You look at Benny's tank, he's flashing red. We flip back to that 2nd place driver. He's almost got more of a tank on board as Raoul. So playing the strategy game. Mocking Weeks has got a little bit on board as well. Dylan's tucked right under his rear wing, going for that 3rd position actually into Parabolica. Not sure about that livery on the side. You like chicken, do you? Huh? Chicken nuggets, something. What are we trying to say? McDonald's fan. What else have we got on this thing? Plenty of stuff we probably shouldn't have. Dylan then slings one back down the inside. Mocking Weeks drops his penalty. So Dylan gets up to P1. Benny chucks himself in the pits. He's had to for fuel. Sorry, Dylan gets himself into P2. Raoul is in P1. He will be in next lap. Mocking Weeks is on very similar fuel now, so both of these drivers will be in. Raoul stopped out with that extra fuel on board. 2nd and 3rd just coming through. Diz, evening mate. How you doing? Yeah, you missed the start. What's going on? He don't care about your car. Oh, where is he? Juicy. He's in 12th. Admittedly, he's got fresh tyres on. He's in 12th. He's not had a great start to this one. So we should see the next bunch of drivers chuck themselves in now. Otherwise, it's going to be a short race for them. Raoul might be able to squeeze another lap out. Risky if I was Raoul. Dylan certainly won't. Mocking Weeks certainly won't. Champ certainly won't. I don't think Raoul's going to brave it. Looks like he's coming in now, he is. He's got 1.7 second lead as he comes into the pits. Dylan comes into 2nd then. Mocking Weeks comes in also 3rd. Champ's going to come in 4th position. Benny, who's already stopped 3/4 of a tank and a fresh set of racing super softs on. Just comes around that final turn, we'll see where he gets released. Remember, he was neck and neck with Raul. Raul just being released now. Where is Benny? A little way down. Close up on the first and second place driver. Raul does hold on to that top spot. 0.7 of a second quicker than second place Dylan. Benny's close right back up, 0.6 of a second between himself and second. Looking weeks though, 2.9 seconds, so lost a bit of time in that pit. Not sure whether he got out of the car for some chicken nuggets. So Valiant 5th, so he has stopped. Fresh set of softs on board for him, drifting it through there. Still a big chunk of penalty for him to lose. That's better. A bit more comfy now. There we go. Reg GT then, after his little indiscretion, now 6th position. Aldo 7th. I think everyone has stopped now. Apache in 8th. Gamer Dan 9th. Champ in 10th. Pretty closely hot contested battle there. 9th, 10th and 11th. Manny Affit closing up on that fight as well. So Juicy down in 12th, Baggy 13th, Pilgrim 14th and Dodgy 15th. Yes, everyone stopped then. So Raul holding top spot. Dizzy looking for that position though. Dylan. Pulled out a little bit too late there, just clipped the back end of Raul's car. Goes for the outbreaker manoeuvre into turn 1 though. Raul's going to run it side by side through there. So, he's lost the tail end. So unfortunately, he loses that top spot. Dylan takes it and that's put him under pressure from Benny, who is hot on his tail heading down towards De La Rocchia. He's going for the inside line again. It's going to be a three-way fight into this turn. Who do you look at? Raul runs it around the outside of the first part and keeps it through the second part, back up into that top spot. Great riding. That's allowed Benny to come through though. So from first to third for Dylan. The two Germans making their way back through. They are going to have another round of pit stops though, so anything could happen. I can't remember where Juicy qualified, mate. It's like a million years ago. Benny and Raul through Ascari side by side. Benny probably going to pick up a big chunk of penalty for that. What have you got? Still only 1.5 seconds. It's a three-way fight here. Dylan trying to push his way past the Germans. He's got one behind him, one next to him. Closes back up on Raul. Raul going a little bit defensive. Tiny bit of bump draft going on between these three. Tries to chuck one down the inside, Dylan. Has it worked? Could be chaotic. It is almost 3 wide. Benny's still in the middle of this fight. Mocking Weeks is bolted onto the back end now as well. So if we just jump on board with Benny, there's Mocking Weeks. He is just 0.6 of a second back. With these three having a bit of a punch-up, they should be able to close that gap up. Turn this into a 4-way fight. Dylan, oh, he was going to come under threat then from Benny. Oh, Benny losing the tail end. That's allowed Mocking Weeks to close. He picked himself up a penalty as Benny, 1.8 seconds. There's Mocking Weeks then on the back of this fight. So, can they all close back up? Reg GT back up into 5th. What is he? 4 seconds down from the top 4. Aldo chasing him down, less than a second back for Aldo. Almost 2 seconds back to 7th place Valium. And a second back to Apache in 8th. Gamer Dad 9th, almost 2.5 seconds back, still being chased by Manny and Gamer. Sorry, Champ. Gamer Dad's in front. Juicy Ale still 12th. 2 points. What's that? 2.6 seconds down from Champ. Baggy just a second back. Pilgrim closed that gap up to less than a second between himself and Baggy. And then Dodgy, unfortunately, 23 seconds down. I think he has just come in for a fresh set of tyres though. So now Dylan still battling it out. Benny and Mocking Week still trying to close that gap up on those two. HDT comes through, Aldo comes through, Valium comes through, Apache comes through. Oh, tiny bit of contact between Champ and Manny. Unless that's slightly outbraking himself there as well for Manny. So all drivers coming through, turn 1, turn 2 reasonably cleanly. It's the place where it's all going to go wrong. You like the spinning camera shots. Some people say it makes them vomit. Makes them feel like they're going to vomit. Oh, Mocking Weeks in the background. I've just seen him come through Lesmo 1 sideways. He's trying to get himself back on the racing line, but he's going to lose his position to Reg GT down the inside. Oh, and Aldo slots one up the inside as well. Mocking Weeks from 4th to 6th. Oh, what a shame for Mocking. Aldo and Reg GT side by side. Aldo winning out through there. Mocking Weeks closing that gap back up on Reg. Piling the pressure on. To Parabolica. Is he going to outbrake him? No. Oh. Reg GT, he's looking for that position back off Aldo though. Just carrying about a mile an hour more. Reg GT is going to have to slot himself back in. Oh my god, he can't. He's got a Mocking Weeks right there. Now Mocking Weeks might go for a move on Aldo. Oh, carries the speed. Mocking takes the 4th position back. Oh, we're just on board with Reg GT as he spins the rear up on that car. So he's way off that fight now between 4th and 5th. Now under pressure from 8th position. Valium's actually snuck past while I was looking the other way. So yeah, it did cost him a position. GT having all sorts of issues tonight. But up front, Dylan's managed to retake the race lead. Raul second. Benny now 1.4 second back. 1.4 second penalty to lose as well. Under no threat from Mocking Weeks after his little bit of a spin out. He's managed to get himself back up into 4th though. He's got Aldo, Valium, Reg GT and Apache all pretty close. So Apache in 8th, just on the back of that little train. Champ in 9th. He's under a bit of pressure from Gamer Dad. Get the move done using that toe up the back straight. He's going to sling on up the inside. No, backs out. Just going to wait till this long start finish straight. Valium in the pits this lap. So just over 15 minutes remaining. Can Gamer Dad go for a slingshot now? He's not going to. He's going to do a bit of bump drafting, try and make up that time on the drivers in front. So just helps out Champ a little bit, gives him a little nudge down the road to speed him up. Tucks himself back in the slipstream. So he doesn't lose time. Sitting in 8th at the minute though, Gamer. Manny in 9th. Juicy Ale 10th. Baggy in 11th. Aldo, who's just stopped, fresh set of super softs on board in 12th. Valium just stopped as well, super softs on board for him. Pilgrim's just come out, super softs on board for him. Dodgy came in a couple of laps ago, so reasonably fresh set of super softs. And these drivers have got to take their second stop yet. What's Champ's old name? That I don't know. It's like, I don't know. That's also a million years ago. Stop asking me questions like that, Diz. So, top three just starting to equalise themselves out. There's about 0.6, 0.7 of a second gap between all three of them. And they've now pulled 6.5 seconds off Mocking Weeks. Still putting time over Reg GT, but I don't think he's able to close this gap up. Reg GT's under no direct threat at the minute. He's still nearly 3 seconds in front of Champ. Champ's got to worry about Game and Dad coming through here. Oh, his tail down towards De La Rocchia. Again, backs out of it. Champ holds 6th, then Game and Dad 7th. Manny 8th. Juicy up into 9th. He's got a little bit wide there though. He's kept it on track. Maggie 10th. Now 2.6 seconds back from Juicy. Aldo 11th. Fresh set of boots on board for him. Being chased by Apache and Valium. So this is turning out to be a good little fight. Valium just going down the inside of Apache there into Lesmo 1. Apache just carries the speed though. It's a good drive. Down towards Lesmo 2. Again, Apache just holds on to that 12th. Valium's got to do it all over again. So down Seraglio towards Ascari. Could have been tempted to sling one up the inside there, but backed off way before the corner. Just let it coast in behind Apache. Might be in a good place here. Is he going to go for the bump draft or sling one up the inside? He's going to sling one up the inside into Parabolica. There it is, Apache. Is he going to sling one back up the inside? Yes, he is. Thank you very much. I'll have that 12th back, but straight in the slipstream for Apache, sorry, for Valium. Oh, that came out of nowhere, Reg GT. I bet that scared the bejesus out of you. Went for the look down the inside. There's a big row of cars that I think they've just come out of the pits or got something wrong. There's a Reg GT planted right in his way where he was expected to go. So now he's got some of these drivers to try and get past as well. They are racing for position here. Up the inside, oh, a tiny little contact between Apache and Reg GT. Yeah, Reg GT has just come out of the pits. He was 5th. You know what my name is, Diz. I'm not telling you my age. Raul chucks himself in the pits. He's got himself back past Dylan. Looks like Benny's already stopped. Where are you, Benny? Yeah, Benny's coming last lap then. Fresh set of super softs. Final blob of fuel, 3/4 of a tank. Raul back out the pits, closely chased by Dylan. So Benny's still third, but that's him just coming into shot there. So losing a bit of time again. But Raul still being chased closely by Dylan for this top spot. Oh, Dylan has got it a little wrong through there. So through Della Rocchia. You can see the gap now develop between himself and Raul. Was it 1.4 seconds? He's still under no threat from Benny. He's still another 3.2 back. Mocking Weeks is another 2.5 seconds back. And Aldo in 5th, 8 seconds back. Still being chased pretty closely by Champ Champ, Gamer Dad and Reg GT. Apache's still there as well. Valium's closed that gap up. There's a little bit of a gap there back to Pilgrim. Another 4, nearly 5 seconds. Maggie's another 2 seconds back in 12th. Juicy in 13th. Manny in 14th and Dodgy 15th. So I believe everyone's stopped now, racing to the end. Just under, 8.5 minutes remaining. I'll start to pull a bit more of a gap from Dylan then. Mocking Weeks closing that gap up on Benny. Down to 1.7, it was 2.5. So Mocking Weeks trying to get the last podium position before the end of this race. Just starting to kick off in this mid-pack section now. Champ Champ, Gamer Dad and Reg GT battling it out for 5th. Reg GT slung on the inside of Gamer Dad. Can he hold it into the Lesmos? Just keeps himself in front as Reg GT, so up into 6th. Shh. Gamer Dad 7th. Apache and Pilgrim, Valium have both closed up on this fight. Still trying to drop his penalty. What was that? What was that? Someone jink out. Gamer Dad now under pressure from Apache with their teammates, so giving each other a bit of a helping hand down this back straight. Thought about slinging one up the inside. But now Apache can make his move. Apache, Gamer Dad shouldn't give him too much pressure. Like I say, being teammates, should just allow him to slot past and take that. No. Apache decides against it. Trying to stay in touch with Reg GT as he chases down Champ Champ in front. What's the gap there? 1.1 second. Champ Champ still with a bit of penalty to lose as well, whereas Reg GT doesn't. Just loses a couple of tenths through there, 1.3 seconds the gap. Just has to back off the throttle on the exit of Lesmo 1. Almost a little bit wide on Lesmo 2 as well, now 1.4 seconds back. Alright, So let's go and see what's happening up front. So Raul's had his gap reduced a little bit. It's down to 1.3 seconds. Pulled more time over Benny though. What's that? 5.5 seconds. He's only a second in front of Mocking Weeks. So definitely closing up Mocking. 5 minutes remaining. Can Mocking Weeks retake that third position? So Champ 10 seconds back from Mocking. Pulled himself a little bit of a gap from Reg GT. Gamer Dad is definitely closing that gap up on Reg. He's now off the back of that fight, 1.3 seconds down, so I'm not sure where he's got that wrong. Now a second back, still got his penalty to lose. Manny, Maggie and Aldo all fighting it out for 10th, 11th and 12th into turn 1. Oh, this could be horrible. Someone, oh my days, someone's just, oh my god. Juicy Ale just being reset to track as he went torpedoing through turn 1. Someone else has got it wrong as well. It's Gamer Dad. Got it wrong through turn 1 as well. I just saw Juicy go for a torpedo through there. Quite sure what happened. Gamer Dad down in 13th now. Pilgrim another 5.5 seconds back in 14th. And Dodgy 15th. So still a 1.2 second lead for Raul. Just got to keep pointing in the right direction, these two. Plenty of time behind. 6.1 seconds back to Benny. Mocking Week still a second between himself and that third place. Time starting to slowly tick away for him. What's the gap? Just over a second, closing up slightly as they head down towards turn 1. Takes his time through the chicane. Gets the gap down to just under a second. Just extend back up now though. But it is coming down slowly but surely. 2.5 minutes remaining. Benny trying to lose his penalty through there. Gap down to 3/4 of a second. A little bit wide through there for Benny. Half a second the gap. Both drivers with a tiny bit of penalty to lose. Oh, Benny's gone a little bit wide through there. So on board with Benny, looking back at Mocking Weeks. Closing the gap down towards Ascari. Just losing another little bit of penalty through there. Mocking Weeks carrying all sorts of speed into Ascari and back out. Both drivers kicking up a little bit of dirt. The gap definitely coming down 1/4 of a second between P3 and P4. Losing more of his penalty through there. Mocking Weeks also drops his penalty. Final lap coming up then. Can Benny hold off a very dangerous looking Mocking Weeks? He's going to try and run around the outside. He's just got his nose in front. Backs out. Benny outbreaks him into turn 1. He's gone deep though. Mocking Weeks just had to back out of that one as Benny came back across that second part of the chicane. All over this driver as they head up here. Down the inside this time then for Mocking. Backs out again. Doesn't want to outbrake himself or take out Benny through these turns. Good speed through there. Oh, he's caught Benny. And Benny's got it wrong through the exit of Lesmo 2. Compromised a little bit by Mockin, so Mockin up into third. Benny just trying to get that straight. Champ coming through then. Champ in fifth. Carrying a lot more speed than Benny. And he should just be able to hold this into the Ascari. Just. He's going to be under pressure down this back straight and around the final turn. Just on board with Raul. Race leader, championship leader as well. So comes through to take first. Dylan takes second. Mockin Weeks is going to take that third. It does look like he's waiting for Benny. Here comes Benny to take that position. Does Mockin Weeks, keeps his fourth. Champ takes fifth. Good bit of sportsmanship there from Mockin Weeks. So Champ fifth, Reg GT in sixth, Apache seventh, Valium eighth. Aldo is going to take ninth. Baggy 10th, Gamer Dad 11th. I'm not sure what's happened to Juicy Ale. I've just seen him leave the room. So Gamer Dad 11th. Pilgrim is going to finish 12th. Dodgy's already finished. So 12th for Pilgrim. Just drops his penalty before the line, and Manny takes that last position into the wall for 13th. Dodgy had already finished. Yeah, not sure what happened to Juicy there, but suddenly not in the room. Yeah, that's it. Strat of the race, fuel saving. That's exactly what Raul did. Just tucked himself behind the top spot, saved himself a shed load of fuel, and then pit a lap after everyone else. Saved himself some tyres and fuel and all that. Easy peasy for him. Don't forget the maintenance update, people. There you go, it's on screen. That's a good reminder for you lot. You watch, I'll forget. But yes, that was round 4 of P1RC's Gr3 M3 League. That was live from Monza. Me, personally, I've got the minis coming up tomorrow night at 8:30, so that's Tanso Racing, Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup, 8:30, there's some good racing in that one. Wednesday night, we've got MRC's Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Thursday night, is that the Drift League that you lot are starting up because the rallying went horribly wrong? I've not got confirmation of that, but they are talking about a Drift League. We'll see what happens. Never commentated over Drift. Oh look, he's going sideways lots, and there's plenty of smoke. Yep, that sounds about right. So that is Thursday, I think, if it's confirmed. If not, then there's nothing on Thursday. And then Friday, 9 o'clock for the GTTCC again. And we'll see about Sunday night. So if you were paying any attention, I did stream the NI Saloons for Tanso earlier, but not enough drivers turned up. So they're going to put a bit more shout out and try and get some more drivers involved and maybe run that next week. That'll be 8 o'clock if it does run, and then if not, we'll be back for round 5 of this at 9 o'clock. So if you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Chuck a little donation if you can. Cheers, thanks very much. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dartsmoker. I'm out of here.